to the Minnesota Vikings, where pretty much have a lot of question marks on defense here. You lose your best defensive player in Hunter, but you're able to hopefully replace him in the draft there. Still have Brian Flores on defense, but no Kirk Cousins. Have a lot of question marks at quarterback, where you're able to kind of make it work for a little bit with Josh Dobbs. Then it ended up falling apart. You take JJ McCarthy. Real question is going to be, are we going to see him right away, or is it going to be Sam Darnold? But they do still have a lot of weapons, so I think they'll still be a fun team to watch.
Yeah, I think that we'll go through their schedule here and see how it pans out. For me, I think that they'll be the lame duck in the division only because of the three teams ahead of them, but I still think they're going to be a tough out for any team.
Okay.
So they start the season 1 o'clock, going all the way to East Rutherford to face Walter White Jr. in the New York Giants.
Yeah, so I will have them beating the New York Giants. Giants usually come out slow there. And if you lose to Walt Jr., you should fire your coach in week 1.
Absolutely. And then they host the 49ers the very next week.
I will have the San Francisco 49ers winning that game in Minnesota.
Yep. So kind of a tough stretch to start the season. They go and host the Texans the following week.
I'll have the Texans winning that one.
All right. And then division rivalry, they have to go to Lambeau to face Jordan Love and the Packers.
And then we had them splitting with the Packers there. Or
Yep. So I had that was with the Bears.
That was with the Bears. Yeah, I think the Packers beat the Vikings in both matchups here.
Okay. So Packers winning that game. So they lost 3 straight games. They go to London at 9:30 Eastern time, facing off against Aaron Rodgers.
Facing off against Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I will. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing. If it's Aaron, I'll go with the Jets.
All right. So they've lost a couple games. Season's looking pretty tough at this point. And then it doesn't get any better because they host the Lions the very next week.
Yeah, I'll go with the Lions to win that game as well.
All right. So at this point, they've lost a lot of games, and it's looking pretty tough for them. Doesn't get any better, though, because right after the Lions game, after having a bye between there, they face the Rams 4 days later on Thursday Night Football.
On Thursday Night Football, have to go with the Rams in that game. Matty Stafford still has the ice, Puka Nacua. I mean, Cooper Kupp. What's not to like?
What's not to like? And then following that, they have a break in between, but then they face the Colts in Minnesota.
I'll go with the Colts to win that game.
Oof. So they are a tough stretch by this point.
1-7.
1-7. They might finally be seeing JJ McCarthy don the helm, and they go to Jacksonville, and all 7,000 of their fans in that attendance going to Jacksonville, facing the Jaguars and Mac Jones.
That's a game I just think the Jags will lose for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm gonna pick the Vikings.
That is very appropriate, I would say. And then the very next week, they go to Tennessee to face Brian Callahan's led Tennessee Titans.
I think the Titans are going to be a dark horse team this year. So give me the Titans.
All right. Perfect. And then that next game is the Vikings and Bears.
Vikings and Bears? Give me the
Chicago.
Bears.
Yep, in Chicago. And then they host the Arizona Cardinals the very next week.
I will go with the Minnesota Vikings in that game.
Very fair, very fair. And then the next week, Kirk Cousins revenge game potentially against the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, Kirk's revenge. I don't know. I think it kind of falls flat. I don't think he's great with revenge or kind of storylines or pressure, so I will go with the Vikings in that one.
Appropriate there. And then Monday Night Football, we get at home Minnesota hosting Caleb Williams-led Bears.
I'll go with the Bears in that one.
All right. Where are they looking at this point? They've got 3 games left.
They are 4-10.
Tough stretch here. Well, they go to Seattle the next week to face Sam Howell and the Seahawks.
I'll go with the Vikings. Give me the Vikings in that one.
All right. Season's starting to look a little better.
Yeah, 5-10, so much better.
So much better, 5-10. And then they host the Packers in the playoff stretch for Jordan Love and the Packers.
Yeah, I'll go with the Packers in that one.
All right. And then they end the season potentially with a rested Lions team in Detroit.
And I will go with Detroit in that game and put the the Vikings at 5-12.
Tough stretch for the boys in purple there.